Hi everyone, welcome to week 9 of your Medical Language 2 course. This week we are covering chapter 18 on oncology. And this chapter is a little bit different than some of your previous chapters because in this chapter we aren't studying a specific body system. Instead, we're going to be looking at the structures of cells, and we're going to compare and contrast normal cells and cancer cells. So because cancer can occur in all parts of the body, that's why we're not focusing on a specific body system. However, oncology is the study of cancer. So we're going to be looking at the common types of cancer, some of the different lab procedures and diagnostic procedures that are out there, as well as some of the medical and surgical procedures that can be done to treat cancer. And then, of course, we're going to look at the drugs that are used to treat cancer as well. So the definition of oncology is the medical specialty that studies the anatomy and physiology of a cancer cell and uses laboratory and diagnostic tests, medical and surgical procedures, and drugs to treat cancerous diseases. So basically, when we say oncology, we're talking about everything having to do with cancer. So the first part of this chapter is going to start off by looking at a regular cell. So what does a regular cell look like? What does it contain? What are all the different parts and pieces of it? And then what we want to do is contrast that with a cancer cell. So we want to know what makes it different, what about these cells are different from a normal cell versus a cell that is cancerous. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So you're going to look at all the different structures of a cell, all of their functions. So don't worry about a lot of that detail, but just know the basics, okay? So what happens to the cell to make it become a cancer cell? Well, the first thing you have to understand is that whole process of division of cells. So they're going to talk a little bit about that, how normal body cells divide in order to respond to a particular need, and then what happens differently if it's a cancer cell. So if it's a cancer cell, there is a different rate of division. So different types of cancer have different rates, but ultimately they're all going to be different than in a normal cell. So there's lots of different things that can happen, but ultimately we have a problem that's going on, a damage of some sort to the DNA molecule of that chromosome that's going to cause that to happen. So there's lots of causes for that DNA damage. They're going to go through some of those. Some of them are immediate, some are not. For the most part, they're not. It could be carcinogens in the environment. It could be different types of bacteria and viruses. It could be hereditary. So there's actually a very good graphic in your book that shows some of the different things that can cause cancer. And again, we don't have a whole lot of control over some of these, right? So especially the ones in the heredity piece of the pie, or even some of the pathogens to a certain extent we don't necessarily have control over. However, the ones in the upper part of this circle in this graphic, we do have more control over. So that's one of the important things to make sure you understand. They're going to talk about warning signs, what to look for, what are some things that might indicate that you do have cancer going on. And they use this acronym called CAUTION. If you have any of these, it could indicate something that's going on that could indicate a cancerous cell or tumor of some sort. So you'd want to make sure that you reach out to a doctor if you're not sure about what to do with those. So they're going to get into more detail about the characteristics of those cancer cells, what they do, how they act, things like that. And again, we're going to have some some pictures, as well as some descriptions of some specific types of cancers. What's the most common type? Those types of things. And then finally, we're going to be looking at how do we treat it. And as most of you know, there's several different treatments. It might be you might be able to have some sort of surgery to remove a tumor. Sometimes that is enough, but you might also have more like radiology or chemotherapy, those types of procedures. So all of that is included at the end of this chapter. So as you're going through the material, if you have any questions, please make sure that you reach out to me, and have a great week.